Liz Pritchard's always back to Behemoth boys. Now it's her turn.
Now, you won't know this, but this lady here is a veteran of Robot Wars. In fact, you've been coming here as long as I have, haven't you?
Yes, 5 years.
Yeah, you're Anthony's mum.
That's
you're
right.
Always there.
Always backing them up.
And now...
I'm actually here in person.
Doing
what the boys have been doing, the axe.
You're doing the axe.
Yes.
And Claire, girlfriend of Mike.
I'm driving.
You're driving. Now, the Behemoth robot we know very well. And I was saying it's a fine line, isn't it? Because if you do better than the boys do and their operators do...
Might not be a girlfriend much longer.
Yeah, or a mum.
Another heavyweight robot with pneumatic flipper, 12-mile-an-hour speeds, power from 5-horsepower motors. How much has Liz learned from sons Anthony and Michael, though?
Roboteers, stand by.
Jeff Graham giving Lorna some advice there. Riptilion on the left, Cat 3 on the right-hand side with Georgie Reed and her girls. And Behemoth, Liz Pritchard, Claire Gray and Anthony Pritchard in there, of course. For us, in the arena, Mr. Psycho again, Gruesome and Shunt.
3, 2, 1, activate.
In terms of experienced machines, Behemoth and Cat 3 have the advantage, but of course, different bodies at the control. Ooh, but that's a good turn by Mum Liz Pritchard, and she's now sent, the arena spinner going, and she's flicked Cat 3 up and over. They can self-right using the axe. Can Georgie Reed use that axe, or Julianne Williams, who's at the weapons control to self-right Cat 3 now? I'm not too sure whether they're going to be able to self-right. Behemoth has come in, almost given them a helping hand, and then got a slap around the bulldozer blade as a result from that pickaxe weaponry of Cat 3. Shunt's axe comes hammering down on the top of Behemoth. Good fight, this. There you can see Liz and Claire at the controls of Behemoth. Just avoiding the floor spinner. Cat 3 nudged by the ref bot into the angle grinder on the side wall of the arena. Cat 3 desperately trying here to redeem itself, Georgie, and turn the machine right side up. Riptilion we've seen very little of until that moment there. Sandwiched between the two, comes crashing down. Lorna Graham driving. There we can just see the Cat 3 team. Georgie looks on pensively. They're okay now. And they're backing away Cat 3 from Riptilion, which is trying to get the big spinning disc blade, if you like, working, but it's not functioning properly. Little hop there from Liz Pritchard. Excited with Behemoth, and why not? But a very good performance by her and that machine. And we're looking at Riptilion. The blade is spinning, but it's not going anywhere. 750-watt motor for that blade alone. Riptilion needs to get away from Mr. Psycho and Shunt. They're caught between the two there. Lorna Graham. Jeff is looking on. Peter Platt, the engineer of the team, also. It's still not really moving. Behemoth away from Shunt. Cat 3 comes in, and that's a decisive blow with the axe. Good work by Cat 3. Let me remind you that 2 robots from this melee survived to fight on in round 2 of the Iron Maiden Championship. And Riptilion has it all to do, being pulled away by Cat 3. It just has lacked any sort of drive. 2 750-watt drive motors, but it's never got going, has it, Riptilion? And I think the ref bot will have to start his count momentarily. There it goes. Sad, but true. Riptilion are nearly through. And bulldozer blade to bulldozer blade. Behemoth with Shunt. Cat 3 releases the pit. Riptilion's about to go down into it. Who's going to push it in? Who will get the pride and privilege of pushing Riptilion in the pit? Mr. Psycho is there. Cat 3 nudges. Get out of the way, Cat 3. Nearly caught by the hammer. ill-advised to get that close. Smash! Down comes the hammer on Riptilion. It has resisted that impact well. We thought it would do, unless it came from an axe. Cat 3 had it with its axe initially. Gets the final push in. Riptilion not yet down, but here comes Mr. Psycho and the hammer. Down goes Riptilion. And celebrations for the Cat 3 team of Georgie Reed and also Behemoth with Liz Pritchard and Claire Gray. Steady on, Liz.
What chaos! But it's R.I.P. Riptilion. Cat 3 and Behemoth live to fight another day.
The house robots. You see, then this is where I normally ask about tactics, but it's quite difficult because all the girls are so worried about their driving, they're not even thinking about tactics, are you?
Not at all, no.
But you did well.
Thank you.
Now, why do women worry so much?
Don't know. I think it's a genetic thing. Absolutely.
But you worry so much, and then you do what? Quite well. Would you say maybe
better actually, maybe than the original team?
maybe? And with the Behemoth monster behind us, I think that's the best way of leave it.
Yeah.
Behemoth.
The heavier of the two here, slightly the smaller. Liz Pritchard at the controls there on the right, Claire Gray in the middle, and Anthony Pritchard on the left.
Chompalot.
Flashy, isn't it? Debs Cook driving. There on the left-hand side, Simon and James with her, the family team.
Roboteers, stand by.
Matilda's out there from the family of house robots with the flywheel tail. And Shunt once again.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
We have Activate. Behemoth a little bit sluggish to get away. Chompalot up to 12 miles an hour. Both machines well matched for speed. I like the look of Chompalot's weaponry. Deb's controlling well. There you can see the floor spinner. Oh, and Chompalot, what a good use of that spinner to turn and get in behind Behemoth. That was brilliant driving. Oh, but Behemoth turns Chompalot over. Superb driving initially by Debs Cook, but then Behemoth came straight back, turned them over. Oh, they're righted now. Was that an attack by Shunt? House robots aren't allowed to help a competitor out, of course. It might well have been a misguided attack by Shunt. Anyway, Chompalot turning away from Behemoth, reversing onto Chompalot again. Good work here by Claire Gray and Liz Pritchard at the radio controls of Behemoth. They're trying to get that bulldozer pneumatic flipper to work. Chompalot, good 0 centimetre robot turning circle. Gets the grip with Behemoth with a tiger stripe bodywork. There you can see Anthony, Robot Wars veteran. His brother Michael too. They fought at various weight levels. This is a heavyweight Behemoth, 100 kilos machine. Seeking, oh! A turn to face back at Chompalot, but they turn straight into Shunt. And got a right hammer in there. Down comes the sharp, razor-sharp axe of Shunt, diamond-tipped, and causing lots of problems now to Behemoth. They really need to get out of there, and quickly, as Chompalot comes in. Behemoth in real trouble. I think they're piercing the very top. Oh! And there, you see, the link has flown out of the back of Behemoth. That means they have no more control. There is no more power. That is the sort of cut-off switch, if you like, for Behemoth. They have been immobilised by the axe of Shunt. They cannot get any more power. They're finished, Behemoth. Repeated axe strikes from Shunt did it for them. Once that link comes out, there is no control left or power in a robot. And Chompalot here and Debs Cook have done extraordinarily well, slamming Behemoth into the pit release. And down will go a machine that I might have considered favourites for this championship. Liz Pritchard, Claire Gray and Behemoth under the watchful guise of very good roboteer Anthony Pritchard. About to break the dust, and that's a famous win for Chompalot. Don't they know it? The Cook team. Too many cooks have spoiled the Behemoth broth.
Cease.
Behemoth Guys, I just want to say, you've been doing Robot Wars for so long, you haven't won, so you brought your mum along. It seems you could do better.
A bit of protection.
And you didn't do better, Mum.
Not really. No, we didn't.
You tangled with Shunt.
We did, yes, and he pulled our link out.
What has Behemoth got that all the house robots always seem to gang up on Behemoth anyway?
I really don't know. They must just fancy it, I think.
He's been doing it for 5 years. Have you been dying of joining?
I have, yes. I've been out there with the rest of the audience, and now I've got a chance to be here, and it's a shame that we didn't go further.
Have you enjoyed it?
I'd like to say we've had a flipping good time.
A flipping good time. And I'll tell you what, you've got a flipping good shovel on that robot as well.
Yes, we have.
Let's hear it for Behemoth!
Ladies and gentlemen, University of Hertfordshire, Behemoth.
Experience from 4 UK Robot Wars Championships, experience in defeat, that is.
Representing the University of Hertfordshire, the Behemoth team, they're back. Now, you've had a string of disasters. What's going to happen this time?
We're going to win.
Yes, you see, you say that to me every time.
Robots we've been up against in the past, these ones here, not up to what
Really?
what we're used to.
A bit substandard.
No, some of the spinners are good, but
You're not saying then that they're a bit beneath you.
well, we've got experience. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but you know better than to say things like that at this stage.
I know. It can always backfire, but.
Now, OK, so University of Hertfordshire, Behemoth team, you could say they're cocky, but let's see what happens.
Has the pneumatic flipper and Axe Tiger Stripe bodywork, spelling out warning, warning, manoeuvrable and quite speedy, but has no great history of longevity.
From the Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Behemoth, Anthony Pritchard, Kane Aston and Michael Pritchard, and together, Infernal Contraption on the left, captained by Jonathan Peeline, CV on the right, captained by John Barker. In the arena for the house robots, Deb Metal with the serrated saw and the pincers, and Sir Killalot. Those huge grappling claws.
2, 1.
So they fear Infernal Contraption, but it's Behemoth who comes slamming into Infernal Contraption. And the Imperial College students straight away, they were very confident. The University of Hertfordshire boys, Behemoth, they have experience of many a Robot Wars UK Championship fight. They have to watch that spinning drum, though, on Infernal Contraption. It has 4 big metal teeth on the drum. You're trying to see there the CV Open University axe coming down. CV is flipped. Will it be able to right itself? Behemoth's bucket scoop got in and underneath there. Very similar to a previous UK Championship winning machine called Roadblock in many ways. Behemoth with the front bulldozer scoop blade weaponry. CV's axe doesn't seem to be able to cause any sort of damage at all. They've driven it into the CPZ and Behemoth look very, very strong here. Anthony Pritchard is driving. Michael Pritchard, his brother, is at the weaponry. Kane Aston is the engineer of the team. But have they ground to a halt, Behemoth? They've stopped right in the middle of the arena. And they are perplexed. Infernal Contraption on the attack.
Have him again.
You're seeing there the CV team, they're still moving. Behemoth had started magnificently, but what is going on, they're saying? The ref bot is coming in. I don't believe it. It's a reaction from the Behemoth team. Stunned. Great start. Burnt themselves out. Look at that. They'll be crying all the way back to the lecture theatre tonight because Behemoth are no giants of the Robot Wars University Challenge. The battery has come out, is the excuse from the Behemoth team. That is bitterly disappointing for them. They had looked potentially destructive, very aggressive, well-controlled, stylish, and now crestfallen as the CV team look on, buffeted by Infernal Contraption. They will survive to fight in the second round of this University Challenge on Robot Wars. Behemoth are about to be flung to oblivion. Big, heavyweight, 100 kilos machine onto the flame pit. I wonder now if they regret writing CV, if they'd left it alone. Would the batch have stayed in? Would Behemoth have stayed in? Will the boys tell us? Oh, I don't know. They don't seem in the mood for talking.
Whoa! Behemoth were doing so well, but they've gone and blown it again. CV and Infernal Contraption through to the next round.
Anguish, particularly on your face, I have to say, Anthony. How'd you feel?
Very annoyed.
Very annoyed. Was it anger? Was it...
Everything.
Every emotion went across
Yeah.
your face. What was it that stopped you?
We've lost a wire on the link.
That's it.
That's it.
That loose connection. Now, the thing that was probably most poignant about that battle was if you hadn't turned CV back over, you probably would have won because they would have been unmovable before.
It's all down to bad luck. Just be nice. Same way we've flipped Deator back and forth before. It looks good, we've proved our power.
That's why you would. You only just flipped them over to be nice.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think we've learnt a lesson, haven't we?
Fix the link.
Yes. And I won't say anything about you being so confident before because that would be mean.